coach Kalen DeBoer, along with student athletes, Michael Penix Jr. and Edefuan Ulofoshio. Coach, when you're ready, an opening statement, please.
Yeah, you bet. Well, first of all, just congrats to Coach Harbaugh and Michigan on a great season and well played game tonight. They're obviously a very good football team, and on our end, I'm just proud of these guys. Starts with these two that are up here, and everyone in the locker room. Wasn't what we were expecting. We came, and I know our mentality or mindset was to come in and win the football game, but sometimes things don't always go the way that you want. And I'm proud of what these guys have done this year over the last 2 years. We got a lot of great things happening within our program, and we've got a lot to build off of.
At this time, as a reminder, we will take questions for our student athletes first. Let us get you the mic, give us your name and affiliation. We're going to go ahead and get started right down here in the front, off slightly to our right.
Masvita Maria, CascadedSports.net. I'll start with you, Michael. Just physically, how you feeling? And then I know there's a lot of emotions going through, but just, what's that locker room like, and what are some of those emotions you're feeling right now?
Hurt. I mean, like Coach said, we came in here, we wanted to win. That's been our goal since day one. I said it since day one. But man, it sucks. We played a good team. They did some good things. I feel like on the opposite side of the ball, we just missed a lot of opportunities. Where we needed to execute the most to help our team. Put our team in a better position to come out with this win. But in the locker room, man, it's just a lot of love, man. We're just a group that, we've been through a lot together, man. We're not gonna point fingers or nothing like that. It's a lot of love in the locker room, man. Just everybody just showing their appreciation for each and every person that lay their body on the line. All not just during the season, but off season. Everything that we've been through. So it's okay though. We're good.
Okay, we're going to come right down here on our left.
Mike Farrell, Seattle Times. For Eddie, Michigan obviously comes in and they're physical every game, always have that approach. What did they do early that you guys struggled with, and how did you adjust to that as you went through the game?
Just misfits, to be honest with you. They went a couple gap schemes and we had one less guy. They had a really good scheme against on the second touchdown because, they went tackle over and the DBs were kind of like situated. So, we got it corrected, but at the end of the day, at games like this, we can't make, explosive mistakes like that, and ultimately costed us, we battled, but, at the end of the day, we can't give those mistakes at the end of it. Just clean it up. Simple fits, but, they did a really good job of being physical, staying out blocks, and, that's what happened.
Okay, we're going to come right down here again on our left.
Chris Vanini from The Athletic for Michael. You got pretty banged up there, and then you got stepped on at one point toward the end, something on your right side. How are you feeling physically, and kind of what happened at the end there?
Better than I was 3 years ago. I'm just happy that I was able to finish it with the guys, and I knew that I didn't want them to take me out of that game, because I've been through it too much, and I knew that no matter what, I was gonna make sure that I finished for the guys and just give my all, but I'm not healthy, but I'll be there. I'm good. It's nothing major. I know that for sure. I talk with doctors and stuff like that. It's nothing major. If I had to play tomorrow, I'll play. So good.
Okay, we're going to go one row back on our left.
Christy Regan from the Associated Press. Michael, can you reflect on your long career and everything you've accomplished, and the decision to come back for another year and being able to do everything you did with this team?
Yeah, man, it was in my career. It was a lot. I feel like everything happened for a reason. Everybody know my story, so it's like And I mean, I've been through a lot. You know, I've had ups and downs. You know, but you know, I'm thankful for it all. You know, I'm super blessed. You know, obviously, to meet Coach DeBoer at Indiana, to lead me here, to be playing for the biggest game in college football. You know, but obviously we didn't come out how I wanted to. But I know that each and every player on this team, you know, they gave it their all, and you know, it wasn't enough today. You know, and for me, I'm gonna take accountability for the offensive side of the ball. I feel like we could have did better. You know, too many penalties. You know, and we had a lot of offsides. And I'm gonna put that on me because I gotta be louder. I gotta, you know, make sure I'm great with my communication and stuff like that. So my offensive line is, you know, hearing ghosts. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's been a long one, but man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here. Blessed to be on this team, and you know, these guys will be my brothers forever. So.
Take our next question from the middle here on the left.
Craig Bell and Michigan, Mike and Eddie, what are you proudest of your time at UW?
Eddie, go ahead.
Man, just resilience. I mean, to be honest, when we went 4-8, I completely lost hope, you know, and I didn't know whether I wanted to like be a part of a rebuilding process, and you know, I really wouldn't be here without Coach DeBoer, you know, to be straight and frank with you. You know, like, he gave me something to believe in, and even when I tore my ACL 3 months later, he still believed in me, still pushed me, he still wanted me to be a leader. You know, even though I couldn't understand it, I appreciate it. And, you know, I'm proud that we have, you know, people upstairs that truly care about their players. I'm proud of the University of Washington. It was an honor to play here. It was an honor to, you know, really wear the purple and gold. And, you know, I'm really proud that, you know, we not only did we, you know, bring this university back to, you know, where it belongs, and in terms of just being a marquee, you know, university. You know, I'm proud of these guys, man. All of us have been together for a long time, and you know, we truly care about each other. We truly love each other. We eat together. We joke together. You know, we play a bunch of games together and stuff. So I'm proud of it all. You know, I'm proud of every single moment that I've had here. You know, it's been a blessing for sure, and I gotta thank the man upstairs for all of it.
Just a couple more for our student athletes right down here in front.
Kyle Bonner with ESPN. Mike, there was 4 drives in the second half where you guys had a chance to tie the game. Was there anything consistent about those, or why it didn't work out? And what did you make of the pressure that Michigan was able to get on?
We just got to execute. You know, we didn't execute when the moment, whenever we needed to. You know, I feel like as far as like the whole exotic stuff that they were doing on film and stuff, you know, that we saw against Alabama, I don't feel like we were confused or anything like that. You know, I just feel like it came down to executing. You know, I missed a couple throws, just a couple reads on routes and stuff like that. You know, just small details. You know, within our system that we do great all the time. You know, if it's shifts and motions coming out of the huddle, you know, it's just small details and stuff like that. You know, caused us to, you know, be in a position where we didn't want to be in. You know, but. Now I don't regret it all, but man, I know this team, and I know the guys that we have under us, you know, and this team gonna be hungry again next year, and they're gonna be competing again next year for championship. So I'm just super proud of this team, and you know how far we come. You know, always being an underdog. You know, this is the only time that y'all are right. You know, but man, we were able to fight and push through. You know, so much adversity, and you know, just people doubting us and not believing in us throughout the season. You know, and to get to this point, man, it's a blessing. You know, and I know that everybody on this team worked for it. So.
In the back, standing up.
Mark Myers, Associated Press Radio. Michael, your team came into the game averaging 38 points. You only scored 13 tonight. Michigan has the top-rated defense in the country. What was it like facing that defense, and how good are they?
They're a good team. You know, we just didn't execute in the moments we needed to. Yeah, it was just by executing, man. I don't feel like they did anything that I feel like we beat ourselves, you know, and it was times we definitely had opportunities to make big time plays, you know, to make this game a lot different, you know, but they just come down to executing. They're a good team, you know, but we had a lot of opportunities.
Last question for our student athletes here in the front.
Chris Vanini from the Athletic from Michael. Along those lines, the fourth down you missed Rome was pretty open. Was that just a miscommunication on where the route was going to go, or how did you see that play?
And it's on me. I just gotta make the throw. That's it.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, and congratulations on an excellent season. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions for Coach. Questions for Coach. We're going to start right over here in the front.
Mike for Seattle Times. Kalen, could see it's an emotional night. I could see you getting emotional while Mike's talking, while Eddie's talking. And just how much does this mean to you, and what are you feeling for them in a moment where they won 21 straight but weren't able to kind of finish the job tonight?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear what these guys are made of, and these are two of the leaders that have led us all year long and over the last two seasons. When your hardest workers are your best players, you have good things happen. And these guys led us in a way through, great character, and they've just grown as leaders. And they brought a lot of people with them. They held each other accountable to another level. And when you see players care so much about what's happening on the football field, when you see them love each other, when you see them have expectations, and when you fall short like we did tonight, you just feel, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry that they couldn't realize a championship this year, because they made the sacrifices, they made the commitments, they, the goals that they had, the work supported it. And, just tonight we couldn't get over the hump. We couldn't make the plays to tie the score. And, sooner or later, when you're playing a good football team like we played tonight, they find a way to get to you here in the fourth quarter like they did. And I just feel bad for the guys because, they've given so much to each other. They've given to me everything they possibly can. And that's why I feel the way I do, because I'm gonna miss them. But I'm proud of them. Proud of what they've done for our program. I'm proud of what they have brought to our university, our community, and they've restored football, and given us expectations that are what this program stands for and wants to have each and every year.
We're going to move over to our right on the aisle.
Ethan Kilbreth with the Daily. Coach DeBoer, this team hasn't been down by double digits all season, but can you talk about how they responded specifically on defense and how they were able to put pressure on Michigan?
Yeah, I think even just a two-score game, it's happened a couple times over the last two seasons, and I keep telling the games and I always come back to them, and putting one more score on the board is always going to put pressure on the other team because they know what we're capable of. And again, we just couldn't make that one play here and there. And when we did, a penalty, maybe bringing the play back, a holding call, things like that, we just couldn't get over the hump. We couldn't finish the drive the way that we're used to. That's a credit to Michigan. There's a piece where I agree with Michael. We had some self-inflicted wounds that we did to ourselves. Just some penalties. Some plays that we are usually going to be making, and we just didn't quite make them. And it's not like anyone's not trying when they're giving everything they had. I could see it, and I could tell in the locker room that they left it all out there just by the pain that they're going through. And that's, again, there's a piece that where Michigan did some things as well. Obviously a very good football team.
Right here in the front.
Kyle Bonner with ESPN. Two questions, Kalen. The first is, at the end of the game, Penix comes over around the 20-yard line. You kind of meet him at the sideline there. Can you share anything from that moment? And then secondly, what does this season and this, getting to this point do to springboard the program forward next year?
Yeah, I just made sure, just asked him if he's all right. you know, and 'cause, I mean, he was obviously hit quite a few times, making sure he's okay, and you know, it was a brief time that we spent together there. Just wanted to make sure he knew how I felt about him, you know. And, I mean, this guy came here, and you know, the trust he put in me to put people around him, whether it be offensive staff, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, other players, and he picked up and moved all the way across the country. And you know, I can't tell you how much that means to me to have a trust from someone like Michael, because you know, this was his last crack at it. You know, a year ago when he made that move, or 2 years ago when he made that move, it was, you know, it was a time where we all know his story is, you know, it was kind of that at that point, you know, where it was kind of do or die. And you know, I knew in my mind what he was made of. I knew what he was capable of, and now it's just a matter of bringing it all together. I can't tell you how much it means that he had that trust in me, and seeing him grow and develop, and just, I mean, the mindset he has, just the fighter's mentality he has, the leadership. You know, a lot of credit goes to our staff and working with him, Coach Grubb, working with him. But man, just seeing growth, seeing the fight, seeing the passion, the love that he has for everyone here in this program. You know, I hope Husky Nation, you know, just always holds in the highest regard. I think they will. I'd expect nothing less than that. I don't think they understand also what he's given all of us.
Next question over here on our right in the front row.
Kalen, you once told us that you only play for championships. Now that this run has come to an end, were you amazed at all that you put this together so quickly in 2 years, that you got to this point, you know, to challenge for a national championship? Because I think this was like a story that was, you know, really unusual for college football in general, that this happened so quickly for the Huskies.
I think, you know, when you have a great quarterback, and when you can have an offensive line, and you know, our defense came a long ways this year from a year ago, and felt like at the end of last season, the last few games of the year, you could really feel like if everyone kept it together, and you know, that this could happen. And when you're in the moment, and when you're going through it, it's not about, you know, all of a sudden going from 4-2, which we were at one point, to saying, hey, we're going to go win a national championship. But I felt like there were some of the makings of being a special football team, and credit to the guys. They just hung in there with the process, and just focused on improving every single day. A year ago and this year, it's just built up to this moment, and it's execution, it's physical toughness. It's all led to a mindset where, you know, anything that comes their way, they felt like they could come through and get it done. I truly feel like 5 minutes ago, man, there was nothing but belief, you know, that we would find a way to win that football game. I really believe that.
Come back down here to the front.
Yeah, sorry.
The second part was the springboard for it.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry. Yeah. No, I think you know, you get to this point, and I've been a part of it many times, and you always look at the guys. Man, we're losing this guy, we're losing that guy, and some of these guys are just super special players, but they've raised the standard again back to where it should be in our program, and you know, we had a lot of guys that got a chance to see what it's supposed to look like. Seeing guys like Eddie and Michael do their thing and lead, and what the work is that you got to put in, and how hard it is to win a football game each and every week. How hard it now obviously is to win a championship. But you know, a lot of guys have seen what it takes, and you know, because of what we've done this year, we'll be very attractive for guys to come in, that guys, you know, who want to win championships, to come into this program and believe that it can happen again next year. It's such a fine line. It's just such a fine line. We've seen it all season between winning and losing, you know, and I feel like, I know what the score looks like, but I feel like that fine line was right there again tonight, and we weren't that far off. There's not a doubt in my mind that we have a good enough football team to go out there and win a national championship, and just got to make a play here and there, get us over the hump, and it could have been a different outcome.
Last question.
Mark Norris, NPR Houston. Tonight's game is the end of an era for your school and the conference it's been in for decades. Any reflection on what this conclusion means and the history that's coming to an end with Washington in the Pac-12?
Yeah, I think here at the end it was us just really focused on what we were doing for UW, but I am proud of our representation of Pac-12 football, West Coast football, because I mean I'll say it right now. I mean I think that our conference and what we went through each and every week is as tough as any team could have had in the entire country. There's just a lot of really good teams, a lot of really good coaches, and I'm proud of what we accomplished. Not just an overall record, but each and every week, having to be our best because the teams that we were lined up across from us were extremely strong. There's multiple teams that could have been knocking on the door of being a conference champion, being even in a Final Four. I really believe that there's some really good football playing on the West Coast, and so I tip my hat to those coaches that have been a part of the Pac-12, and obviously our history in the Pac-12 comes to an end, but all our alumni who have been a part of so many big games and given us a tradition, I'm going to make sure we always remember those. So it is sad to see the Pac-12 have this time right now that we're coming to an end with, but I just I'm glad that we represented West Coast football, Pac-12 the way we did this year.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.